What's up, my comic comrades? We've covered the entirety of Marvel's Judgment Day crossover event that saw the Eternals launch a war against the X-Men and mutants in general, along with the birth of a Celestial called the Judge who is threatening to destroy life on Earth. It's been a great series, and today we're going to see how it all ends in issue 6, as the Marvel Universe is finally facing its final judgment. The question is, who will live and who will die? Let's dive in and find out. The issue kicks off with the end of the world. That's right, the Celestial has rendered his final judgment, and that is that the Earth deserves to die and be reset. As he's destroying Earth with buildings falling everywhere, we see Jada, who's just a normal civilian we were introduced to last issue, drinking her coffee, watching the world burn before her. At which point a portal opens up behind her with Captain America putting his hand through saying, "Get in here, now." She says, "You came back for me?" He says, "No, we came back for everyone. The Eternals have opened their transport nodes all over Earth. We could use their cities as shelters until we win this. It's not over yet." Now remember, even though the Celestial Judge killed Captain America in the last issue, Nightcrawler used the mutant resurrection process to bring Captain America back. We then get a narration from the Judge saying, "The man in the flag is correct. It isn't over yet. How frustrating." As he continues to narrate what several other civilians are going through as Earth is being destroyed. We are then brought back to A.X.E, who's talking to all the humans they're saving, telling them, yes, 3 cheers for the Eternals. All part of the service. Normally, I'd love to hug, but I have a few things to do first. He then meets with Nightcrawler, who says, "Must be nice to have a fan club." A.X.E says, "They'll love you soon enough. Love is infinite. There's enough love for everyone. You're a hero, my little blue fairy friend. The celestial cities are now life rafts for humanity." I presume delaying the self-destruct is going equally well, because we're still alive. My AI, they're cutting off every route through the machine as it tries to activate the self-destruct. We can keep the world intact for another 12 hours. Hell, maybe another day. Captain America then walks insane unless it changes tactics. It'll change tactics. The Celestial Judge then says, through narration once more, "The man in the flag is correct." I have much of Tony Stark in me. He is an engineer. He believes in efficiency. I do too. I should be able to simply make the Earth explode. It is designed as such. Instead, the reality loom that lies at the heart of the machine, that is Earth, is kept out of reach. I call and it does not hear. I must be more direct. Because while an engineer may wish to be efficient, a god need not be. He then waves his hand, putting a massive crack in a quarter of the Earth. Next, we're brought back to A.X.E, Nightcrawler, and Captain America, with A.X.E saying he's going directly to the reality loom. He'll just have to hit it and the whole planet goes. I don't know what to do. Nightcrawler says, "We fight," with Captain America agreeing. Cap says every minute counts more than ever. Tony will need every second he can get to pull this off. As we see Tony, Jean, Cersei, Ajax, Makkari, Wolverine, and Mr. Sinister making their way inside the progenitor. Tony tells all of them, "Hurry up, God knows what Cap's doing to keep us all alive. We're getting close to its core node." Jean says, "Good, I need this hypocrite to burn." As Sinister tells Wolverine, the Stark Boy has become unbearable since he passed his test, and Jean has become unbearable since she failed. "Why won't the Celestial judge me?" Wolverine replies, "Keep talking and I'll judge you right here and now, Sinister." Makkari then tells Ajax something has changed. Ajax replies, "It has when we passed through that last chamber. Our God temporarily deactivated our protocols and resealed our firewalls. The mutants cannot control us, at least not swiftly. For now, we are free to act however we wish." Cersei tells her, "Well, this is terribly bad timing to get exactly what we've always wanted." Stark then tells them, "This is it, the core, it's here. Ready?" When they enter, Stark says, "Okay, this is weird. Hold the door. Stop the antibodies from getting in." Stark then says, "I don't think the progenitor sees us." Ajax replies, "While we could see what it says, it is heading to the center of the planet. It searches for the self-destruct manual." Jean then adds, "It's getting desperate, which means the distraction is working. Let's use it." As she attacks it, saying, "Goodbye everyone. If it explodes, hopefully the 5 are still active and could bring us back." But Ajax smacks her out of the air before she could land the attack, saying no. Elsewhere, A.X.E gives the humans access to the armies of Uranos to combat the Judge, which they try to do, but clearly doesn't work. Nightcrawler then teleports Captain America to the Judge, where Cap yells at him saying, "Listen, it's not too late to stop. You can surrender. This is your last warning." The Judge tells him, "You cannot stop me. I have but to breathe and you become a thin mist of red." Captain says, "Yeah, maybe I can't stop you, but I can distract you." As we see, they resurrected a half-made kaiju Eternal to attack the Judge. The Judge then says for the 3rd time, "The man in the flag is correct. They have seconds. How will they spend them?" We are then brought back to Tony Stark and team, with Jean yelling at Ajax saying, "Get out of my way." Ajax replies, "Of course you are swift to kill. Death is meaningless to the mutants. If you survive, you all will be returned. You will inherit the Earth, but humanity dies today." Tony says, "Damn it, she's right. We end this and all those billions are still dead." Jean then says, "Maybe we can't save everyone, Tony." He tells her, "Jean, maybe we can. We have to at least try. Stop, breathe, and think." What's the other option? Ajax says, "Convince it that its judgment is flawed, that it's still a test." The Judge then hears this and says, "Generations, perhaps it is. I gather more information with every moment. But those moments are running running out. The Eternals fail, burned out by the mutant might, searing through it so I can return to my task. Seconds. Mere seconds. What more can I learn? What other aspect of character is revealed? The Judge, aka the Progenitor, who is also in the core of the Earth in a different form, the form that Tony Stark thought couldn't see them, then starts attacking Jean, saying, "Of course it is a test. I was questioning myself, but I have learned that you deserve to die. You were mean creatures guided solely by self-interest. You mutants would kill me as you have for less stakes. Some of your numbers would cheer as loudly as the humans cheered your deaths. Those who hate you stand with you only because there is no other choice. If there was, they would take it, and the Eternals, even when free, prove they cannot change." Cersei then jumps in saying, "Oh hell no. Machine, broadcast me." It does, and she broadcasts to the world saying, "Humans, I have a message. I know this is terrible timing, but well, if time is running out, there's literally no time like the present. I am Cersei of the Eternals, and I have something to tell you. The Eternals' immortality has a cost. Every time we die, one of you dies to bring us back. We have used you as fuel for 1 million years. We try to be angels, but we have a vampire's heart. We do not choose to do this, but we did choose not to tell you. I have lied and manipulated good-hearted people to keep this secret, and I regret that. I failed my test because I did so. I was a fool. I have done wrong, and I must make amends. I shouldn't have hidden from the judgment of humanity. By doing so, I have enraged this beastly god. I should have always expected your judgment. Judge us as you wish." The Judge then says once more, "I am intrigued. I listen." Captain America then asks Eros, "Is this true?" Nightcrawler asks as well, with Eros responding, "No trick." The opposite, which is simultaneously the best kind of trick. She's telling the truth. Now, if we live with it. Cersei then looks at the Celestial Judge saying, "See, O God of mine, we can change." But he just responds by saying, "Eternals have never died. Until now," killing her with a flick of his hand. Man, it's been incredible to watch the Judge just wipe out his opponents with the snap of a finger. Even Eternals and mutant armies are no match.
And speaking of building an army, today we're partnering with Upper Deck to show you guys their insanely fun Marvel vs. System card game and gaming accessories. In fact, Upper Deck sent over their X-Men based Utopia Battles box for the game, their Wolverine and Avengers playmats, and a ton of very cool X-Men and Avengers card sleeves. Because the Versus System 2PCG is a lot of fun to play with your crew, but as we all know, you definitely want to protect your collectible cards while still being able to enjoy the game. And these limited edition Marvel card sleeves are a great way to do that. These Marvel themed sleeves by Ultra Pro feature over 25 characters and are usable with all your favorite TCGs. Each pack comes with 65 sleeves and are non-game specific. Now, all the sleeves that they sent us are really cool, so it was hard to choose, but I think my favorites are Wolverine, Black Panther, and Magneto, although the Captain America and Storm sleeves are really great too. I don't know. I might still be deciding. Anyway, protecting your cards is only stage 1. You also got to get the right playmat, and these buttes from Upper Deck are 24 by 13.5 inches and have rubber backing to avoid things shifting around during gameplay. But you can grab all the Versus System 2PCG decks and accessories from upperdeckstore.com or click our link in the description. So get your game on and protect your collectible cards at the same time at upperdeckstore.com or the direct link below this video.
Okay, so getting back to the story, after the death of Cersei, we find Tony Stark telling the Judge, "You cut her off, but she's right. If Eternals can change, any of us can." The Judge tells them, "This proves nothing. It merely shows another way you all deserve to die." A.J.A.C then says, "Yes, perhaps we do, but do you deserve to kill us? You say this is all a test. It is, but also for you. I wanted a better god. You do this, and you fail." Jean then tells the Judge, "Listen, I killed a planet, and you failed me for it. You said I could never come back from that. Whoever I was then, I was out of control. You are doing this with a cold heart. Once you've done this, it's done, and you have to live with it. Can you?" He replies, "It doesn't matter if I stop. Less than 1 billion still alive. It is done." Tony says, "I'm sorry, my bad, no foul." Bull. That doesn't work. You passed me for whatever lunatic reason. You are me in some messed up way. I get out of my depth, I try to make amends. What can you do? Do that. You don't do this." The Judge responds, "It could destroy me." Tony says, "That's the deal, right? I do it every day, every late night. Damn it, if someone who's as big as a mess up as I am could be a hero, despite all my crap, you can be too. In this world, this is what being a hero is all about." The Celestial then says, "Remember what I said. What sort of god would I be if I vacillated? Perhaps not a god at all, but I am certainly taken to a god in so many ways. A god is omniscient. I do remember where everything was before I tore it apart. A god is omnipotent. I can put things back in place. So am I a god? That would mean I am ineffable, and my judgment is flawless. But see, if I was truly omnipotent, I would be without limits. I am not. Clearly, I am no god. I can make mistakes. I must make amends. I will put things as they were before my judgment, whatever it costs me. I have given up everything to save everyone. You are my maker, A.J.A.C. Am I a worthy god?" She then puts her thumb down, looking away, saying no, as the Judge puts his hand out to her, saying, "You are correct. I ask of you this, be better," as he gives his power to her before he dies. After the Judge kills himself, giving his powers away to restore everything, Jean asks, "This is real? Is everything all right?" Tony says, "Give me a second. Yes, I'm getting signals from all over the world. We're back. Uranos damage, sure. The eternal war scars, sure. But billions are breathing again." Makari then asks, "Where is A.J.A.C.? A voice says it removed its own judgment, not humanity's. They wish Cersei dead, so she is. She is a martyr for our new church. She brought a chance of redemption for our fallen people. As Makkari looks up saying, Ajax? She responds, in part, I am Ajax Celestial, once eternal, ever eternal. I am your new god, Makkari. I will strive to be worthy of you, if you strive to be worthy of me. I am dead. I was of such power that my demise does not stop me from speaking to you even now. That's right, friends, Ajax is now a celestial god and god of the Eternals. But we are then taken back to Eros, Zurus, Storm, and Nightcrawler and see that Zurus is being made the Prime Eternal again. He even gives a peace treaty to Storm from the Eternals to the mutants, saying, we offer a treaty of alliance. Your fights are our fights, if we are welcomed. We offer the people of Araco the weapon that was used against them, Uranos, for an hour to do what you will. Eros tells Storm, you know we cannot kill him, and only can truly keep him locked up. I'm sorry. She asks, what about Druig? Zurus tells her he's suffering eternal punishment. As we see, he's been placed in the same cell as Uranos, who let's just say is happy to have a cellmate. After this, we learn that Jean Grey and the rest of the mutants are no longer going to keep their resurrection abilities purely to mutants. She says, in the spirit of foreign aid, I will personally be scanning those who are selected for immediate backup and recovery. The Phoenix Foundation is a body independent from Krakoa who will be selecting those who receive this gift. This will prioritize the vulnerable, the weak, and the poor, and those who the world abandoned. Essentially, the Eternals are now the ones the humans hate after Cersei revealed just before she died that the Eternals' immortality has a cost, and that every time an Eternal dies, a human has to die to bring that Eternal back to life, which of course is a good reason for the humans not to be a fan. But this also opened a door for the mutant-human relations to set out on a path to finally work out their differences. They're even letting select humans be backed up and brought back to life. Anyway, the comic then closes with Ajax, the new celestial god, putting her thumb out in the neutral position, telling us that every day is Judgment Day. Kinda saying, live every day like it's your last. And with that, Judgment Day comes to a close. I gotta say, guys, this series was a ton of fun and set up a few major story points going forward, specifically for the Eternals and the mutants, and Ajax now being a celestial god for the Eternals. So lots of big changes going forward in the Marvel Universe, and we're very excited to see what happens next. But what do you guys think? Did you dig this series? Let us know in the comments. And that's gonna bring today's episode to a close, but if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to check out this one right here. And if you like all of our content, like, subscribe, and comment. It helps us out. But other than that, I'll see you next time when I talk about all things comics.